Hello everybody! Welcome back to Supersymmetry. Today we will be working on probably a heat exchanger, because we need a heat exchanger for making superconductors. Yes, we can finally make superconductors because we have polyethylene. So there is a hatch for fluids. This hatch is made with medium voltage machine stuff. This guy is required to make these, but in the future it may change. So we need an MV input and output hatch, which requires a machine hull and a bronze drum. We need to make 8 bronze plates and 4 bronze rods. Now, let's go ahead and get some polyethylene. I have the setup here completely finished. We have pipes going everywhere, and I will show you all some things. I had to change this because we could not, there would be no space to output polyethylene, while also inputting sulfuric acid, or well, actually outputting sulfuric acid, I think it is. Which is what we do, and then it sends it to the distillery right here, and it goes up into the basic fluid heater again for processing again. This is a loss of like half, so it's not too great, but I mean, it's the best we're gonna get. I mean, it's not expensive either. The bronze, not the bronze pipe, the brass pipe over here is set the round robin distribution, and we're using conveyor instead of actually auto output because it's not going to give us the ability to round robin, which is what we want. And we're also going to need more flour in this guy. This will automatically split the flour output between these two machines, so that's why it's got to be round robin. Alright, so that's basically some of the stuff we've done, and let's see if our bronze rods are in fact completed, which they are. We need 4 of them. We run these guys through a forge hammer. No, we are in fact going to need 8 of these guys, but keep those 4 in there because we'll go get some aluminum, 18 pieces of it. This should be just enough for 2 machine hulls, casings, and all of that goodness. And we just gotta run these guys through here and make the drum, which I have somewhere at the top probably. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Make it. 1, 2. Good. Now, we put that into this guy, who's empty, thank goodness. And then we just have to make our medium voltage stuff, which is pretty simple. You just take your medium voltage machine casing, and you make 2. 1, 2. And then you make 2 of these guys. 1, 2. Nice. Then we're done. And then we gotta make a heat exchanger. Okay, so let's begin with the MV machine hull. Oh wait, no, polyethylene. Add polyethylene. That's what needs to happen. Add. Why is there ethylene? Isn't that what we want? Well, it seems I grabbed the wrong barrel of stuff that we need, and that caused us quite a bit of a problem. No, please stop putting in stop putting in ethylene. I need to get that stuff out of there. We have too much ethylene now. So putting the polyethylene into here. That should make us something. If we just press up 2, I guess, maybe. Oh, it requires a big machine, big assembler. Yay, not a big one. Next tier. Alright, so doing it on setting 1 gives us a fluid input hatch. Doing it on setting 2 gives you a fluid output hatch. So I have this on 2 to make an output hatch here. But we're making an input hatch right now, however. Now that that's done, making the heat exchanger is pretty easy. It only requires 2 pumps, which is not too bad to make, and where's the heat exchanger hiding at? I know I have it in here somewhere. I think we made it at like the very beginning of the game. I think we made it that early on. There it is. And it only, oh my gosh, cross pipe. Oh, I forgot about the pipe casing. We should probably deal with the pipe casing situation. It's fine, we can make more. I should do a setup for these probably at some point. Maybe I'll put that in my mind. Which, yeah, these heat exchangers aren't really bad, and I wasn't worried about these too much because we got basically everything we need. We just need a bunch of... We probably should make more plates, but... Oh my gosh, there's polyethylene in there. That's not supposed to go in there. It's supposed to go in the polyethylene bin. Check this out. Which one of these is polyethylene? You can't tell. It's this guy. Only because I told you. Okay, we need some more hatches. Maintenance hatch. Nice. And then we need 2 low voltage hatches. This is for the LV input hatch, and then we just need an LV output hatch. Oh. Alright, so let's go do this. We've been waiting a while to settle the score of these superconductors, because they've defeated me many times, but this time they will not defeat me. Superconductors are easy, so let's go ahead and defeat them. I need my pipe casings. Hold on. Now, on one side of this heat exchanger structure we're building, we have the medium hatches, the medium voltage hatches. These guys are going to be the bigger ones. They supply a lot. You can handle a lot more fluids in them, which is why we needed them. Because you can only do this as of the time of recording, and like batches of like 20,000, I think it is. And that was the problem. Now, with the radiator, that's not a big problem. But with this guy, this is a problem. Because you cannot add more hatches, so therefore you cannot complete the recipe in low voltage. And that's for low voltage hatches, so we're gonna go and fix that. We need to grab a drum of high pressure oxygen. This is the high pressure stuff. This is the stuff we could not do last week. We also need, I believe, carbon dioxide. And it has to be the cold kind, the cold flavor of carbon dioxide. And I don't think we got much of that. I just think we only have a little bit. So, yeah, that's kind of not great. So we load our cold carbon dioxide in here, and we load our hot, high-pressure oxygen in there. Now, it will need us to fix things. So we have to go up to the maintenance hatch. No! Stop! Okay, press the button. Has it done anything? No. What does the recipe require? I think it requires us to use cold carbon dioxide for this, but, let's see about that. Let's see about that. Heat exchanger. Needs 20,000 of that to 3,000 of this. Huh. Why is it not working? Now, one reason this may not be working is that the recipe probably wants us to do it on the backwards. Which is weird, because this thing, you should have the fluids going in straight lines. Not diagonal, but this is fine. This is very fine. And that worked. Okay, then. And this carbon dioxide is, well, actually, we could probably recover that and cool it down again. Now we need to decompress that at the decompressor. They'll get cryogenic, very scary, spooky stuff. Let's do it. Okay, so we need a zinc barrel now. No, wait, it's a brass. Okay, it's a brass barrel. We gotta run through these guys for the lathe. Now, in Gregtech, there are these barrels for, different types of fluids. For example, you have acidic barrels, like these gold ones. These can handle anything. They're like, these ones are decently sized, so I use them, and they're not too expensive. You just need gold, which gets expensive at HV, so I'm not worried right now. I mean, once we get to HV, I'll be worried, but I'm preparing to make more of them. Oh my. Let's go ahead and make these brass barrels. These can only hold 16,000 liters of stuff. Now we need to get manganese, which we have the stuff to do this. It is called pyrolusite or whatever it is. This stuff, and we gotta process this now. Now I think we got a bunch of garnerite in there. No, we might have acanthite building up somewhere, which appears to be the case as anthracite. This stuff. Why did I say acanthite? Now, manganese is made in the blast furnace at medium voltage with, well, I mean, that's fine, with calcite and coke dust. Now, I have retrofitted the blast furnace in here for doing magnesite, I think. Now, to get calcite, we have a calcite line. This guy is ran in parallel to the acanthite line right over here. Nice. And all we have to do is unpack these. Calcite dust turns into a lot of tiny piles of calcite, so it's not too expensive. You can make it from, I actually believe you can make it, I don't remember, but I think we looked into doing something like that. We just gotta throw this guy in the water, and then we should be able to get our magnesium. I believe we get magnesium from this. We're gonna be setting up the stainless steel line soon, so we'll find out what we need for that. I'm very excited. You do not need a fluid input for this. You just need a this, and coke. Everybody's favorite carbon, which when combined will give us an output of magnesium or manganese or whatever it is. I think it's manganese. Honestly, that's manganese, right? MN, manganese, not magnesium. This will take a minute probably. It takes 6 seconds for each operation, and where does it get outputted? I don't know. I don't know. This is getting put somewhere, and I'm not sure where. Let's go check. Here's our manganese dust. Nice. Manganese. Take this stuff to the tube furnace. Now, what happens next? Tell me, enlighten us, please. We take phosphorus, which is apparently P4. They're fixing that next update, so I'm very happy. Nitrogen. Oh my gosh, we need a pressure swing absorber. No. I can get nitrogen from gas fuels, ammonia, and air. Now, ammonia, as you all may know, is produced by distilling ammonia solution. So, therefore, we should be able to make this stuff pretty easily. Now, here we have some ammonia solution, which we need to distill. Ammonia solution can be distilled on the first setting. We're using the silicon line. Oh my gosh, that is not what I'm looking for. 1, 2. Okay, plunge it. Plunge it. Give me the ammonia. Yeah. The final step, as you all may know, is the thing here, this giant turbine. This is a gas turbine. This runs different gases, so this one currently runs syngas, but with a slight modification can run ammonia. We need to just add a input and output hatch to it, and we should be fine. Although this one actually runs hydrogen, I believe, so this might be a better option as far as you know, using the right machine for the job is concerned. Of course, I can't even access this machine. As far as using the right machine for the job is concerned, this guy is just running hydrogen, it seems like right now. Shove in your plunger. Then you shove in the ammonia. And I have the system set up so that way this ammonia won't cause any issues, you know? It's gonna be fine. Running the ammonia will be fine. It won't go into any pipes. Don't worry. Don't worry, there's no pipes this can go into. Alright, so now that we've done that, we gotta use the energy from this guy for some things, that way we can get him to run, because this turbine is having some issues. For this, we'll use the ULV light box, and we will run a silicon wafer through the machine. This is the medium voltage light box, never mind, why did I say ULV? This is... But that should get the actual gas turbine to run on the stuff. Unless we need to unplug this guy, which I think is the case. And we now have our nitrogen. Perfect. Now I gotta take out the nitrogen using some kind of fluid barrel, this guy in particular. Let's see if we get more. More nitrogen? No. Okay. Alright, now that that's all done, we can make our final step, which is gonna be the furnace with nitrogen. And it takes 1,000 nitrogen for this, so we might want to make a pressure swing absorber. However, this is manganese phosphide. Now you could do this inside of this guy, the blast furnace. However, it seems like we can forward solidify this. So if we take this from an extractor, you could probably just put the dust straight through and then really solidify it, maybe. Nope, seems wrong. Okay, I do have to blast furnace this. We now have 20 manganese phosphide dust, and all we have to do is run it through here, I think. It is a guess. It's a very big guess. Okay, we have to have it on the first setting. My friends, we have done it. We've achieved superconductors finally. Finally, at long last, we've achieved superconductors. This takes an excruciatingly long time. It takes almost a minute. So each one of these, I've been sitting here for 100 seconds to get 2 of these. But my gosh, is it worth it? Let's go ahead and begin the next stage. This is making the actual superconductors. Manganese phosphide assemblies require copper foil, and we have a ton of that, as well as copper wire, and also manganese phosphide wire. Manganese phosphide wire must be ran through here, and this will give us around half a stack to each wire. Each of these produces around 2 times as much wire, I think. No, it only produces 8. So you're not gonna get like a lot of these, are you? Unless you automate this, and then you probably get a lot. Copper wire, and does this need anything else? Does this need to be on a special setting or something? It does not. Okay. We're gonna go to the MV hull and take the... What is it called from here? We're taking copper foil. Bye. I'm stealing this for my own use. Let's go back down to here. And there we go. Assembly. Nice. Now how is the blast furnace doing? It should be doing quite well. How many more do we have to go? 15. Oh my gosh, is this some pain? We do, however, now have 3 of these ingots, which is pretty good. Now, these guys look very funny, as you can see over on the left. What the heck is that? Is that a hot dog? Wait, what on earth is this? It's ramen noodles wrapped in hot dog. But don't worry, because this guy gets extruded through a extruder at low voltage through a wire shape. And this is where things get really ridiculous, because right now we may have 2 of these assemblies. However, the second we run this through here, we have about 32 of them. 32 superconductors. And I am correct, we do have 32 now. We can't do anything with these yet, because they need to be cooled before they can superconduct, which is how superconductors work, kind of. I believe you need to actually have them constantly cooled, but this is, you know, this is already expensive enough. A final machine is required. This is the chemical bath, and it will enable us to finally finish this process. So we just need to make a chemical bath. I'm not even sure where it's hiding at. It's hiding somewhere in here, I'm sure. Now this chemical bath will contain a brass drum of liquid. Oh my gosh, it's not very much. Now is that? Putting in my manganese phosphide superconductors, it does not take any. It takes like 1 liquid oxygen, which is good because that stuff is expensive. Expensive, yeah, it's expensive to make that stuff. So I don't want to make more. We now have manganese phosphide, wire, and LV superconductor. I'll see you all next episode, and goodbye. Hello and thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider becoming a channel member. And as for now, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.